Welcome back to Real Family Secrets. Grab your snacks, get comfortable. The people in these stories had every chance to behave themselves. They just chose wrong. Drop a comment and be sure to subscribe. You're going to love it here. My name is Priscilla Vance, and 4 months ago I discovered my husband had been having an affair with a woman he met at his gym. Instead of confronting him directly, I found her husband online and built a plan that ended both marriages in the same 20 minutes, in the same coffee shop, in front of strangers. Marcus and I had been married 8 years when the small signs started accumulating. New workout clothes he never wore to actually work out in front of me. A gym schedule that had somehow tripled without any visible change in his fitness. I found her name eventually, Alyssa, tagged in a photo on his phone at a smoothie shop I'd never heard him mention. It took another 2 weeks of careful, quiet attention before I found the messages themselves, backed up automatically to a cloud account he'd forgotten I still had access to. The messages went back 4 months. Nothing subtle about them. Can't stop thinking about this morning. You make me feel like myself again. The specific, devastating intimacy of two people building an entire second relationship in stolen hours. I didn't scream. I didn't confront him that night. Or the next. I screenshotted everything, methodically, timestamps intact, and I started researching Alyssa's own life the way you'd research anyone before making a decision that mattered. She was married. Her husband, Desmond Cole, ran a small landscaping business and had a fairly active Instagram, mostly project photos and the occasional family barbecue. I found his email through his business website's contact page. I created an anonymous account and sent him everything, every screenshot, every timestamp, a brief, respectful note explaining I thought he deserved to know what his wife had been doing. I didn't hear anything for 3 days. Then, on a Thursday afternoon, I saw something on our shared family calendar. Marcus had a coffee meeting scheduled at a shop downtown, the same one I now suspected, where he and Alyssa often met under the cover of networking. I drove there myself, parked across the street, and waited, watching through the window as Marcus and Alyssa sat together at a corner table, entirely comfortable, entirely unaware. I sent Marcus a single text. Ask her if Desmond liked the screenshots. I watched through the window as his phone buzzed on the table. He glanced at it, and I watched his entire posture change. Shoulders tightening, color draining from his face in the specific way people look when the ground shifts beneath them without warning. Almost simultaneously, I watched a man walk through the door. Desmond, recognizable from his own Instagram photos, moving directly toward their table with the focused determination of someone who'd been planning this exact walk for 3 days. Alyssa, Desmond said, his voice carrying across the shop. I got a very interesting email this week. Alyssa's face went white. Desmond, what are you doing here? What a fool. I'm here, Desmond said, because someone was kind enough to send me 4 months of messages between you and this man. He glanced at Marcus. I assume you're the husband. Marcus, to his credit, didn't try to deny it. He just sat there, phone still in his hand, my text still glowing on the screen. My wife sent that text, Marcus finally said, quiet, defeated. She knows. She's known for a while, apparently. Waiting in UNAT, I walked in at that point, having watched enough through the window to know the moment had fully arrived. The coffee shop had gone quiet, the way rooms do when they sense something real is unfolding in front of them. Priscilla, Marcus said, standing, his voice cracking slightly. I can explain. You don't need to, I said. Desmond already has the same messages I do. There's nothing left to explain that the screenshots haven't already covered. Alyssa was crying by then, her hands shaking around her coffee cup. Desmond, please, we can talk about this at home. There's nothing to talk about, Desmond said. I already called a lawyer this morning, before I even came here. I just wanted to see your face when you realized I knew. I looked at Marcus one last time. I'm staying at my sister's tonight, I said. You can collect your things this weekend, when I'm not home. Priscilla, please, can we? No, I said, we can't. I turned and walked out, leaving both marriages behind me in the same wreckage, ended within minutes of each other, in a coffee shop that had, an hour earlier, just been an ordinary Thursday afternoon. Desmond and I exchanged a few messages over the following weeks, two strangers bound together by the same betrayal delivered from opposite directions. Thank you, he wrote once. I don't think I would have believed it without seeing the messages myself. Thank you for actually going there, I replied. I needed him to hear it from someone other than me. The divorce finalized 4 months later. I kept the house. Marcus moved into an apartment closer to his gym. Ironically enough, the same gym where all of this had quietly started. I think about that coffee shop sometimes, the specific, deliberate calm I felt watching through the window before walking in. I've decided I don't regret the plan, or the patience it took to build it. Some betrayals deserve to collapse in exactly the place they were built. I just made sure it happened in daylight, in public, where neither of them could pretend afterward that it hadn't really happened at all. If this story moved you, subscribe for more real family stories and tell us in the comments, would you have walked in yourself or let the moment unfold first?
Barely awake, skyline flickers through the blinds. Ash on the tabletop, rhythm tapping in my mind. Phone lights blink, voicemails from yesterday. Room full of echoes, patterns that never stay. Gold laces on my shoes, tracking dust from the lobby. Hands deep in pockets, secrets the city taught me. Laughter sounds distant, never aimless, always plotting. Every mirror a puzzle, blinking, the world keeps swapping. I hear the crowd's low growl from behind the door. No script for the night, wild cards all on the floor. Running from routine, chase the static instead. Every line I draw, I erase and rewrite in red. On my way to signal the store. Counting sins and receipts, I still soar. Woke up in a different report. They want a story, I live a retort. Jacket heavy from regrets, new faces slip off my sleeve. Watch dogs circle, but I keep one up each. Daylight land erupts, but I keep my plans nocturnal. Beneath all talk, hearts beating infernal. Paranoia, certainly with a twist of pride. No instructions for this ride. Static on my tongue when the truth collides.